Hey guys, it's Abhimanyu, and today I'll try to show you a few tricks that will make your game run a little bit better on the PC. But before I start, I would just like to say that this will be sort of a second part of how to make your game run better, and the link for the first part will be in the description. And I must say that the things that I show you in the first video actually help myself at least more than things that I will show you in this video. So I recommend that if you haven't seen that video, you go and check it out. That video is about the configuration file that I use, and it's a pretty good file, and I have gotten quite a few replies, people thanking me that it did make their game run a lot better. So I do recommend you go and watch that video first. Second thing is also, I think that many things that I will show you here probably most of you know, but so I apologize if you're watching this video and you will not find anything new, but I'm pretty sure that many of you this will help. Now the first thing I want to talk about is I recommend that everyone downloads the FPS Unlocker. I know about FPS Unlocker for quite a while, but I have never used it because in theory that should not help. Basically it depends of what monitor you have, but most monitors cannot display anything that is over a 60 FPS. However, the point is that the way Call of Duty engine works, and it works in such a way that the more frames per second your computer can display, achieve, or however, in different way your character in game will work. If you have a lot of FPS, not frames per second, your character will basically run faster, can jump higher. I actually seen a video on YouTube where someone has shown that he could not jump over a certain ledge without using a FPS Unlocker. Once he downloaded FPS Unlocker and applied it, he could jump over a certain ledge. So it will make your game run better. So I will also give you in the description the link to where you can download an FPS Unlocker. For those of you who are worried if you can get banned, no, you cannot get banned. This is basically the same thing as a field of view changer. And I think about a month ago Infinity Ward also confirmed that field of view changer will not get you banned and players can use field of view changer. So this is basically the same thing. Now another few things I will show you. These things will primarily help those that maybe don't have the best computer, but it will also help those that have good computers to achieve even higher frames per second than otherwise would. And this is how my setting used to look in the beginning. Now I changed that. I also recommend everyone's change that to such a resolution. This will make you achieve a lot better frames per second. Now however, here you have to, before I had here on auto, you have to change aspect ratio to whatever monitor you're using. There are chances are you're using the same as I am, 16:9, but there are only 3 options, and I'm pretty sure you will find what you need. Here you see this is I have most of the things on low. This also helps me run my game a little bit better, but it's not what I wanted to show in this video. Now the next thing you have to do, if you only put your resolution to what I have right now, but you have display mode in full screen or windowed, your game will look like piece of shit right now. So what is very important that you change here to windowed, no border. Now even though you have a lot lower resolution, you will find almost no difference when you play the game. Maybe your game will look a little bit brighter, but beside that almost no change. I promise you. It might look a little bit worse, but there will not be much difference. Another good thing to change this display mode to window nor border is, like for me lately, Modern Warfare 3, out of all Call of Duties I play it at the moment the least. I play a lot of Call of Duty 4, I play a lot of Black Ops, and also some Modern Warfare 2. And also Modern Warfare 2 I play on Alter Evenet, or right now it's called something like Alter Revolution. So all of these 3 games have dedicated servers. And what bothers me a lot in Modern Warfare 3 is that intermission that lasts about a minute, and then 10 seconds or 8 seconds to find a host, and sometimes then the host will drop and he has to find, the game has to find another host, and then the map has to be loaded, and it takes at least 2 minutes, sometimes even more, that the next game will begin. And that is boring for me. So very often I will go on the internet, maybe on the YouTube, watch a YouTube video for 2 minutes, and then go play the game. However, before I changed this display mode to window no border, when I went to the internet, I will very often lose connection to the host. So then I will have to go and try to find a new game, and that was especially annoying when I was playing with a full party. And if I was a leader of the party, and I lost the connection, then basically the whole party would lose connection to the host. Or if I wasn't the leader, then I would lose basically the connection to my party, and then everybody would have to back out from the game and wait again for me to reconnect. And now once I change that to window no border, this doesn't happen anymore, and all this solution do quite increase my frames per second, and does make my my game run a little bit smoother. Now, with combination of the configuration file that I gave you in my first part of this how to make your game run better, and with all these settings, will make your game run really smooth. This is I promise you. However, none of these things actually help much with a connection. I still have problems with lag compensation. I'm still very often have disadvantages over my enemies. I start shooting first, I hit the first, and at the end I still die. And I tried many things, and there is nothing basically I was managed to do. However, there is something that some players reported that helps them. I tried it out. To me it didn't help, but it will not cost you if you try it out. If you don't have a YouTube channel, and if you don't put YouTube videos, basically what you want to do is here theater recording, disable it. In this way you will not be able to check your videos in theater mode. But if you don't have a YouTube channel, there's not much point to this anyway. And some players have reported that this makes them lag less, and they do get advantage in lag compensation sometime, or a little bit more often than when this is enabled. Like I said, I tried this out. It didn't help me. I tried for a while. I was recording my games live, and so I could disable the theater recording, but at the end I basically didn't notice any difference. So I don't know, you can try it out, maybe it will help you, maybe it will not, but I promise you the first two things will make your game run better. Anyway guys, I hope this will help you at least a little bit, and I'll see you.